What is going on, everybody? This is the maiden voyage, very first episode of the brand new podcast, We Don't Know Toots.
Toot toot.
My name is Rob. Toot toot. My name is Rob. I am your co-host, and my fellow co-host is my brother
What's
Steve.
up, everybody? I'm Steven, and my secret, uh, my guilty pleasure in music is Kesha.
Oh,
I'll admit it.
well, we're starting off with a heater then.
She has a song titled Steven, all about how she loves Steven.
She does, doesn't she? I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Didn't you used to love that back in the day?
You mean
Like you claimed that as like a badge of
back
honor
in the today,
when you
you
found out
mean?
about that.
Yeah, I still love that.
Well, anyways, this is like I said, the podcast We Don't Know Toots. And we are calling it that because this will be the number one most heavily opinionated music podcast you will ever listen to. We are extremely uneducated when it comes to music and anything deeper than surface level about music. So we'll be talking about, our favorite music. We'll talk about new music, old music, festival lineups, concert announcements, music news, bands, and whatnot. We'll cover it all, but it's going to be extremely, extremely opinionated, and no one should take anything we say seriously. We're just here to have fun.
Unless you want to take things seriously and get mad, because
I mean, yeah, if you want to. I mean, no such thing as bad press,
yeah,
right?
we'll gladly take the attention.
Yeah.
If you're getting mad, that
Get
means
us
you're
viral.
listening.
Get angry. Yeah, if you're getting mad, that means you're listening. I like that.
Speaking of getting
But yeah,
angry,
like I said, well,
what's that?
go ahead.
Speaking of getting angry, Rob, I was gonna say let's get right into it with Fallout
Oh,
Boy. Seems like the breakup's just getting started.
well, I wouldn't say it's a breakup. One person left the band. Joe Troman, for those of you that don't know, is the lead. He's the lead guitarist, right? The lead guitarist and backup vocals.
No, he's the drummer, isn't he?
Yes. No, that's Andy Hurley.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Troman is the lead guitarist and the backup vocals for Fall Out Boy. He's leaving for mental health reasons. Like he's burnt out and he doesn't feel like he can commit properly to the band, which I don't think that's the start of a breakup. A lot of bands have people leave.
Well, okay. I just think it could be because their band's over 20 years old, at least as far as music that anyone knows that they weren't making when they were in high school, actual music that they have records of, over 20 years old,
Yeah.
and they're finally coming out with music after the first time in a while. So I'm just kind of curious if it's going to be like, are they going to replace their forever
I feel like they would
guitarist after
have
20
to.
years, or are they going to, you know,
I feel like they would have to.
I don't know.
Um, so this might be a controversial opinion. And Fall Out Boy, if you're listening to this, I know you guys are big fans already. I know it's been like 5 minutes, and I know you're huge fans, so I apologize for this. But I've always kind of had the opinion that if if anyone besides the lead singer leaves the band and or gets replaced, I don't feel like it changes the band that much. Like they still write the music. It's not like he has like a specific like you can hear a different guitar sound when someone besides Joe Troman plays. Like you can hear a different voice and you can even hear like different drum style, I guess.
Yeah.
But like backup or lead guitars, like you're still writing the music and they're still playing the music that's written.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like yeah, he's backup vocals, but that's backup vocals. So like I feel like if Patrick Stump were to leave, then it would definitely be a different band.
yeah. Well, you got to think about it
But
from so as we've stated, I don't know Toots. I don't know music and especially what
we
goes on
don't.
in a
We
band.
don't.
But so
Yeah.
when I
Oh yeah,
used to
for
work
sure.
at when I used to work at the bar that I worked at in high school in the kitchen, there's a guy in there that was in a band, and he said that other people like the guitarists and they kind of come up with music, and then the singer comes up with lyrics to it. Like everyone kind of creates songs. It's not just the
Yeah,
lead
yeah.
singer that's creating all the songs, and then everyone comes up with
Well, I
notes.
mean, yeah, I knew
So
that.
it could really change the music. If that's the case for Fall Out Boy, which I would assume it is. If they're what if he's their main songwriter? Which if he is, you've done a bad job recently,
I'm pretty
bro.
sure Pete Wentz is the main songwriter.
Well, like I said, I don't know Toots.
I could be wrong. Yeah, we don't know Toots. Let's keep that at the forefront. We don't know
Yeah.
Toots. Um, yeah, I mean that's definitely true. I guess I knew that much. Like I guess someone could come in and start writing a different style of music, but I don't know. Their style has already changed too,
Yeah.
which which I don't like. The new singles. There's the two new singles. Love from the Other Side, and there's that other one. Oops, I dropped something.
Yeah.
There was the other one. I can't remember what the other one was, but Love from the Other Side. I like. It definitely reminds me of like American Psycho era Fall Out Boy,
Yeah.
but it also kind of reminds me of like Folie à Deux too. Like I actually really liked that song.
Yeah. It's
I've been jamming it a good bit.
it definitely does give me American Psycho. Like that album, I think it's similar to that, which had a lot of good songs on it. Um,
Yeah,
no, yeah, I Love from the Other Side. Heartbreak Feels So Good was the other one,
yeah,
and
that's
that
the
one was
one. Yep.
okay. But I did really like Love from the Other Side too. But I don't know if it really. I wanted it really bad to give me fully Ado vibes because they were dropping the snippets on Instagram and stuff like that. So I really, really
Yeah.
bad wanted to be like, yes, because Fully Ado is my favorite Fall Out Boy album. Every single song on that
Oh
playlist
yeah,
is
for sure.
fantastic. But
Well, that's what I'm saying is like I listened to that song and then I went straight to Folie à Deux and played the album just because I was like
mm,
in that mood after that song.
yeah, yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I it's
It
good.
definitely gives me hope for the upcoming album. It's definitely a far change from Mania, the Tumblr music Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely different from. Thank goodness it's different from Mania because that was so disappointing. Because Fall Out
Remember,
Boy
I
for
remember when we
what I was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
Fall Out Boy for both of us is like the music when we first started finding what music we liked outside of whatever
Oh
we'd
yeah,
listen
yeah,
to and riding in the van with our parents. Like Fall Out Boy is that
yeah,
music. So
yeah. That
just
was
seeing them
like
switch,
that was the start.
yeah, seeing them switch to that newest album, that Mania one. Oh my goodness, broke my
Yeah,
heart.
that was rough. Like and like I hate like disliking bands' music like when they change styles. Like I remember when Story So Far released that newest album of theirs.
Hmm.
Like I really didn't like that at first. I've definitely come around on that, but like I really didn't like it. And but like it was like a important album for them to make, I guess, because again, mental health reasons and whatnot. And the lead singer didn't like what they were doing in the past,
Yeah.
but now I really like it. But I have definitely not come around on Mania at all.
No.
Like I
Yeah.
apparently I had I forget which one I had. I had one of the songs from Mania saved to like my liked songs on Spotify, and it came up in my shuffle the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'll listen to this one, and I listened to it, and I was like, oh, it was Wilson, Expensive Mistakes Wilson or whatever it's called,
Mm.
and I listened to it, and I was like, ugh.
Uh,
The lyrics themselves are so corny. They say something like I'll change my favorite color when they make a darker shade of black or something like that. I'm like, are you like
that's
12
so that's so
trying to be
bad.
edgy?
Oh my word.
Yeah, I was like, that's just not good. It's just not
Yeah,
good.
it's I I remember. So me and you, we saw them at Bunbury, and what would that be?
Yeah,
2019, I guess. Um,
sounds right.
and they played.
Yeah, it was my last summer in Ohio.
Yeah, they played one song from that
Mm-hmm.
album, and I remember hearing. I'm like, yeah, that's okay. That wasn't bad. So I went through and listened to it again, and I haven't listened to it since then, just because
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's not good.
Dude, we went to that concert. We went to that festival with such low expectations. We're like, at least there's other bands here to support. We can enjoy the whole day, watch a bunch of good bands, and we can still say that we got to see Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, and we'd still
And that was your
hear.
first time seeing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd hear at least like the classics, but they came out. what they played like
They played like "She's My
they
Winona"
played
and
some
"Grand Theft
yeah,
Autumn."
they opened up with like Folie à Deux, like a whole like run of Folie à Deux
Yeah, they
songs,
went through
and
like
just like
almost
played
all of
all the
Folia
old
too.
stuff. Dude, I remember like looking around and like all the like non-mainstream songs, no one was singing along. It was just me and you going
Yeah, it was me
crazy.
and you. We were like 10 rows of people back, and just surrounded by all
Mm,
these.
we are well more than that.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Well, we were surrounded by like all these Mania fans, and me and
Yeah.
you were like a two-man mosh pit to music, and
Which hey,
we had like a circle cleared around us because everyone else was
yeah,
standing
yeah, for real.
still.
We were just rocking out.
That show
And
was
I don't want
awesome.
to like gatekeep. Like I don't want to tell people they can't like Mania. Like if that's what gets you into Fall Out Boy, then welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Like I think they should get a lot of fans. But it was a bummer to not like be around people that were as into it as
Yeah, we
us.
should have forced our way forward.
So ignoring Mania, what would you say? It nothing off of Mania. What would you say is your least favorite Fall Out Boy song? And don't choose anything off the Pac Sam Days either, because neither of us really know that one. I don't think.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
So
I
like
don't really know that either.
the rest of those
You know what?
albums,
I'm
the
gonna
rest of those albums, what would you say your least favorite
let's
is?
man, what would my least favorite be? Let's see here. Um,
And I'm not asking like which song sucks, like which one like if you were to just be constantly listening through all of Fall Out Boy's discography minus those two albums and you didn't skip any song but one, what would it be? Unless you really think it sucks.
uh, I probably would skip Centuries just because it was good when it came out,
Ooh,
but it just
yeah.
got. I mean, it
Yeah.
that song is such a good song for. It was like all over ESPN. Like it's such a good song to
Yeah, it's
put into those
I
moments.
just heard it the other day, like 2 days
Yeah,
ago on an
I
ESPN
heard it
thing.
too much, and now it's just kind of like, yeah, that's that song. I'd probably skip
Yeah.
Centuries because that the rest of that album's not bad. The
Yeah.
rest is pretty good.
It's funny you said Centuries because I would have picked Immortals off the same album.
Mm.
I don't know. I never really did like that song. I don't know why.
Um.
Just the little like intro with the little I don't even know what instrument you call it. It was obviously some sort of keyboard sound, but
Oh no,
I
it's
don't
it's like
from the
the
intro I just
recorder
didn't like
kind of
it.
sound, right? That
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, basically.
Well, because that one was written for like
Yeah.
a, wasn't it specifically written for
It was
Big Hero
Big Hero
6? So it
6.
was written with
Yeah,
like kind of kids in mind, I would think. I don't know, maybe not.
I guess so. I guess
What do I
so.
know about Toots?
Nothing.
Not enough.
Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, if we were to take two Fall Out Boy giants, if we were to take Sugar We're Going Down versus Thanks for the Memories, and you could never hear the other one again, like you would remember that it existed, but it's completely gone from any physical ever. You'd never be able to listen to it again. Which one would you have to get rid of?
Oh, I'd have to get rid of Sugar We're Going Down. I love Thanks for the Memories. I think yeah,
Really?
that's one of my favorites. It's
Yeah.
yeah, what?
Yeah.
Are you keeping Sugar We're Going Down? It is a classic. It's
I think
even the
so. I
music
think I would
video is like a
keep Sugar.
classic, you know.
Yeah. I
But
think I think I would keep Sugar We're Going Down. It's just like that first like the little drum intro and then when those guitars kick in, you have to headbang. You have to rock out so hard. And then even if you can't sing like me, like you belt that intro. Am I more than you bargained for? You just like scream it.
yeah,
It's just a staple.
yeah, dude. Okay, little diversion. You're talking
All
about
right.
you never could hear the one again, but you know it exists. Do you remember the band?
Uh-huh.
I think their name was Marina City.
Yeah, I do
Dude,
remember that. I know what song you're gonna ask me about
they're
too.
gone. I have
Yeah.
tried on several different occasions to try and find like two or three other songs because they had some good music, and they're like the only stuff
Yeah.
on YouTube is like some live sets from like a little like dive bar or something. Like you can't find them
Yeah.
anywhere.
No, no, Marina City, they're still on Spotify because I've listened to
What do you
them
mean they're
in the
still on
past,
spot?
and they still come up in my yeah, they come up in my release radar every once in a while. But like the songs that got me into them, there was a song called "You Don't Love Me Anymore" or something like that. something along those lines, and like they opened for Broadside when I saw them at that little dive bar, and that's kind of what that song was what got me into Marina City. So like I had that saved to my Spotify for a long time,
Yeah.
and it just like you said, everything just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. They
A
have
bunch of singles, it looks like.
everything. They have just a bunch of singles back to 2017, but I saw them back in like before
Yeah,
2017.
it's whatever that one with the lion on it. I've been trying to find that album forever, and you
Yeah.
can't find it anywhere.
There was an album where it was like a snowy countryside, like a gloomy snowy
Yeah,
countryside.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know what that was about.
But now they're making very like electronic based rock,
Hmm.
which isn't my thing, so I don't really listen to them anymore. But like I said, they show up in my release radar every once in a while.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, that was a bummer. I was really bummed to see that all that stuff got taken away.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was their choice or what happened, but that was a bummer.
I don't know. Maybe if they changed their music, they're like, we're cutting ties totally. Maybe they must have had like a bad falling out or something. I don't know.
That's possible. I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been dying. I don't even remember the names of the song. Something was like something while you sleep or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Maybe
Yeah.
sing you to sleep. Was that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah, that I don't know. Like, and then there was a few other ones, and I've been trying to find them. Never have. I just given up. All good things leave my life, I guess.
Well, yeah. Speaking of good things leaving your life, Panic at the Disco.
Brandon Urie. Whew, that's a band breaking up, right? That's gotta be.
Now that's officially what you would classify as a band breaking
They
up.
can try. They can pull a Blink 182. Try to.
They can try. Well, I don't even remember how I found out that this was like there was this guy that was like really big in the like the pop punk scene back in the day as like he was like the main photographer for a lot of those big bands. Adam, I don't even know how to say his last name, Emalchius or Emachius or something like that.
Mm,
I'm sorry that I'm butchering that, but
sorry, Adam.
I've been following him on socials for like years, like ever since I found out who he was, and he posts like pictures of the bands and all that.
Hmm.
But he tweeted out after they broke up. He was like, "This is the first step to a reunion tour." I'm like, "Yeah, that's true. That's
I
true."
guess.
So we might not have seen the last of Panic at the Disco, but for a
I'm
while
sure we
we
haven't
did.
we haven't seen the last. I mean, we didn't. I mean, even My Chemical Romance was doing a reunion tour,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but
That's true. And Amberlin's been touring recently,
yeah, eh,
which I would love to see Amberlin do.
I need to
I
see
would
Yellow
love to
Card
see
do a
that.
reunion tour, please. Skip Ohio on their last
True.
tour.
Well, yeah. But we saw them the last time they played in Ohio at Warped
Yeah,
Tour.
we did.
So we can say
Yeah,
that
so
at
thank
least.
goodness.
Dude, did you see footage from their last show they played in Anaheim?
No.
Like before their breakup, dude, it looked so good. Like it was a huge sellout arena.
Mm.
Like like it just looked so good. It looked like so much fun.
Dude, me and for all you listeners, my wife Alyssa have said that when Fall Out Boy like says they're doing their final tour, we will be getting tickets to Chicago. Absolutely, I will be in Chicago for their
Ooh,
final show.
yeah.
I've got to be there. Like that's gonna be
I'll
so
join
good.
you
And
on
I'm
that for
thinking,
sure.
what's the? I always say an awesome song for them to end on, and I want to say it's "What a Catch, Donnie," but what's the one where it ends with like that little mashup?
Cause it covers it has all their songs in it. Yeah, what a
If
catch,
they
Donnie.
ended with that,
Oof,
yeah,
I'd be in shambles.
yeah.
I'd be crying.
But never got to see Panic at the Disco live.
Right next to little 13-year-old Mania fan.
Right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully I'm rich by then, so I can afford to get down into the pit for that.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of show that you wouldn't be able to buy just general admission
Yeah,
tickets
I
to.
can't sit and watch everyone have fun. Like it would still be fun, but
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
yeah, that would be such a cool show to go to.
So I don't know how into Panic at the Disco you are. I definitely was never as into them as I was Fall Out
Mm.
Boy. So like ever since like even Death of a Bachelor era, Death of a Bachelor era, I wasn't really listening to them that aggressively.
Yeah,
Um, But if you had to pick one, at least of the songs that you know, and for me that'd be generally more a lot of the popular songs plus some of their older albums. But what would if you had to delete one song from
Well,
existence,
if I
what would
had
it
to
be?
delete one song from existence,
Like what would your least favorite song be? And I know they've released a lot of music since Death of a Bachelor, but
you got to give me your. I got to think about it. Do you have yours in mind? I don't even.
yeah, I have mine. It's that one that's Say Amen. Say Amen. Or they're like or no, what is it? High Hopes, that's what it is.
Oh,
So I got high hopes for the something. Dude, I couldn't stand that. Like I didn't like it when it first released and then it went viral everywhere and back in the 2020 elections there was that Democratic presidential guy that was using it for like all his like campaign ads. I was
oh,
like he was doing like this weird like choreographed dance to it. Oh, dude. That alone was cringy enough, and if that wouldn't have killed, if I didn't already dislike that song by then, that would have killed it for me for sure. But yeah, that song I would definitely get rid of that song.
oh. I don't know.
That's a I just did not. It's not a good song. But like everything, Death of a Bachelor and before, I really like a majority of all those albums.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think through here. I'm a bit of a shallow. Like I say, I love Panic at the Disco, but I am a very shallow Panic at the Disco fan. So, like,
Okay, yeah,
I don't know. Victorious from Death of a Bachelor, I remember kind of being, but I'd have to actually listen to some of those songs again to see if they're the ones I'm thinking of. Like I know the words to all of their popular ones, but I think I'm too shallow of a fan. Still would love to see him live. It would have been fun, I'm sure,
yeah. It would be, yeah,
but
for sure.
I hate getting stuck at concerts where you're like realize you don't know as much of their songs
You
as you
you
thought.
sing along with like every fifth song.
Yeah, and you only sing with like the chorus and the first verse of half the songs that you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how it ended at the last time we went and saw Good Charlotte. Last time we went and saw State Champs, they were touring with Good Charlotte. And I got there and I'm like,
yeah,
wow, I do not know Good Charlotte's music.
yeah. That's how I was too,
I
dude.
knew all the popular ones, and I'm sure I knew a few more than what your, real shallow classic, knows the hits from the pop punk era. But man, I really was
Yeah,
just quiet for like 10, 15 minutes straight.
yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, if so, we'll do this again. Song versus song. We'll say, um, what's the really popular
I write
one?
Sins
Hold
Not
on, I'm looking at
Tragedies
it.
is one of their
Yeah, I write sins not tragedies, definitely. Versus Ballad of Mona Lisa.
Ballad of the Mona Lisa.
I'd say in my eyes those would probably be the top
Oh
two
yeah,
Panic songs.
yeah, probably. Let's see what Spotify says is their top ones. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
They've
true. I
got
guess I
their
can look at that
by
too.
their listens. Well, House of
House of
Memories, no,
Memories,
and
Stupid
High
High Hopes.
Hopes.
There's no way, no way House of Memories has more listens than I Write
That's
Sins.
funny.
Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't. I guess it goes by recent because I Write Sins has 300 million more listens than House of Memories.
Oh yeah, yeah. What the?
Wow, High Hopes has 1 billion listens on Spotify. Are you kidding me?
Whoa. That's an
Yeah,
absurd amount of listens.
for such a bad song.
Yeah. Well, I think.
And so
Oh
yeah,
man,
I Write Sins versus Ballad of Mona Lisa. I can't believe that Ballad of Mona Lisa isn't even in top five. I'm sure it was at one point
yeah.
before High
It's
Hopes and
top five at least on Spotify. Supposedly has one. I don't even recognize that me, but I don't even know that. I
yeah, I
probably
don't
have
know
never
that
heard
one.
that. But
It says
oh,
featuring Brendan Urie, so it's not even his song.
that looks
That's
like
weird.
Taylor Swift in the cover art, is it?
It is. Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a Taylor
yep.
Swift song. How's that his top? All right,
Whatever.
whatever. I don't know how Spotify works. We don't know toots about how Spotify works.
I guess. Oh man, see, I Write Sins Not Tragedies has a real nostalgia. I mean, so does Ballad of Mona Lisa, but I just remember, you know, I Write Sins Not. I'm gonna go based on music quality and not nostalgia. Like song that I like the best, I'll probably have to get rid of I Write Sins Not Tragedies.
Okay. All right.
What are you getting rid of?
I kind I agree with what you're saying, like for nostalgia purposes, or no, you said for music quality
Yeah.
purposes, not nostalgia purposes. I don't know. Yeah, I think I would have to get rid of I Write Sins just because Battle of Mona Lisa is like more of a singable song.
Yeah.
And I know there's like a whole you can look it up. There's like a whole compilation of Brendan Urie like complaining at concerts about singing I Write Sins. Like
Yeah.
I remember this one part where he's like, and the groom's bride is and then he'll stop and he'll be like, I effing hate this song, and then he'll just keep singing.
Oh, jeez.
So they clearly are tired of that song.
Yeah.
So we'll do them a favor and we'll both unanimously vote off I Write
We'll
Sins
we'll give
and
them a
keep
pass. So
Battle of Mona
all of
Lisa.
their future tours, their reunion tour, they don't have to play it at all.
How about Battle of Mona Lisa versus Death of a Bachelor?
Death of a Bachelor. About Battle of Mona Lisa.
You would get rid of Death of a
Yeah,
Bachelor?
it's nostalgia weighs in too heavily on Battle of Mona
Yeah,
Lisa for that
yeah, I
one.
think so. I think so. Death of a Bachelor is a very good song. I really
Yeah,
like
that
that song a
album was
lot.
all pretty solid.
Yeah, that would have to be the one to go. Yeah, that whole album's
That
really good.
album had back when before when I was just a youngster listening to my pregame music on the way to like my junior high soccer games, Death of a
Yeah,
Bachelor album just had a bunch of songs I put in my pregame playlist.
including Death of a Bachelor.
Yep, yep.
You're like, yeah, dude, wedding night vibes. Let's
Crazy
go.
Equals
Get
Genius
me
was
amped
like
up.
Crazy Equals Genius. I was like, "Huh, huh."
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
but that's
That's the jam for
yeah.
sure. That's the
But what
jam.
used to get me
That's
hyped was
awesome.
just being able to know songs because that's when like you're just learning music. So I'm like, I just want to listen to music I know. So that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got me hyped enough.
I guess that's fair. I guess I can understand
Yeah.
that. Well, that kind of recaps all the, you know, young at heart emo news.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of wanted to talk about some of these festival announcements that have been brought up, specifically more specifically to more on brand with what we've been talking about tonight. But that incarceration
hmm
announcement,
It's got some big
what do you
names in
think about
that.
that?
Like, man, if that's your brand of music, I feel like you'd have to go to that festival.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like honestly, like all the headliners, and even the co-headliners, like man, those are big names, dude. I'd love. So for those of you that don't know, the 3 days, Limp Bizkit headlines Friday, Pantera headlines Saturday, Slipknot headlines Sunday. All of those, like I know enough songs that I know that I would enjoy the shows, but like
I think I could get away with Limp
I don't know that I
Bizkit,
would like want to. Yeah,
but
I think I'd rather see Slipknot than Limp Bizkit, to be
I'm just saying,
honest.
as far as music I know, I would Limp Bizkit I could get away
Yeah.
with, but I don't.
Well, I know more Slipknot than Limp Bizkit.
I just don't know if I can be. So incarceration is for those of you that don't know is at the Mansfield Reformatory, the big prison in Ohio where they shot Shawshank Redemption. It's out in the lawn, so you can see
Yep.
all the stages, right? I don't know if I can physically be in the same place as Guar where I can see them and hear them. I, I can't do it.
That's fair.
I
Or their
I
fans.
hate that band. They're so
It's
strange.
that is a very acquired
Yeah.
taste. That is an extremely acquired taste. Like if you want musicians that like play really heavy music and dress up in costumes, go to Slipknot. But if you want all of that plus also weird like alien lore and like blood sprayed on you,
Go to
then
Guar.
I guess Guar is your thing, but that is not
And
for
their
me.
costumes are like Slipknot's like not really crazy costumes, just but
They're just like they're like Halloween costumes
Guar's
basically.
costumes are I remember they were at Warped in must have been 2018 or 2017 Warped Tour.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those
They
years. Yep.
were and they were out there in those full like armor, dude. Like I don't know how they did that
Well, yeah, they
just
have
baking in the sun.
their whole they're kind of like the gorillas. They have like lore to their
Yeah.
characters. Like they're like a whole alien race that I don't even know. I'm not even gonna pretend
Yeah.
to. I'm not even gonna try to talk about what they're doing.
Yeah, and their fans
But
are
yeah,
like
they're
into it too. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's really
I
something.
can't I can't be there.
If I were to pick a day out of that lineup, so like just to recap the top couple headliners for each one of the days. Friday you got Limp Bizkit, Volbeat, Highly Suspect, Coal Chamber, never heard of them, and Hatebreed. That would be kind of cool. Oh, and POD. That'd be. Oh, and We Came as Romans. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad day.
Hmm.
Saturday has Pantera, Lamb of God, In This Moment, Motionless in White, and Under Oath, and Memphis May Fire. And I'm just noting the ones that sound good to me. Sunday has Slipknot, Megadeth, Bush, Flyleaf, Asking Alexandria, Wage War, Crown the Empire, and 10 Years. That's why I would go to
And
Sunday.
Guar.
Like I'm not a huge Megadeth fan. I'm not really a huge fan of any of those bands. I don't know if I could even name you, like tell you one Megadeth song. I'm sure I know some, but like Slipknot, Bush, Flyleaf would be really cool to see. That'd be a throwback for sure. Wage War I've gotten into kind of recently. Crown the Empire's got a couple good songs I know. There's Guar, of course, but yeah, that Sunday lineup looks real good.
Yeah.
Although I'd love to see We Came as Romans
Man, I haven't
and
listened to
Under
them
Oath,
in
dude. I'd
forever.
love to see Under Oath.
Under Oath would be
I would
cool.
love. I don't really know that many Under Oath songs, but like that's just like one of those staple bands.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be cool to go to. It's a fun festival, but
Yeah.
uh,
Plus, you'd have to get a tattoo because that's incarceration. That's what you do.
yep, that's where I got my first one, and it is terrible.
Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
bad. I can see why the
But it's
guy
out
didn't
of
have
sight.
anyone
It's
in line
fine.
for his booth.
Yep.
I was just wandering around waiting for you to finish yours. And the guy didn't have any. I was just like,
Well, that was a long
Yeah.
one, so you definitely had to wait for
yeah.
a
So I
while.
was like, sure, I'll get a tattoo, man.
Dude, and you brought me that beer. I didn't know they didn't want beer inside the actual prison. Like you brought that beer up to me just like plain as day, and the guy's like, just try to keep that out of sight. They don't want drinks
Oh.
in here. And like the guy right next to him was like, dude, how'd you get a drink in here? I was like,
I just walked
no
in
one
with
stopped
it.
him, I guess. Yeah. They're like, nice, dude.
Oh, you're so freaking
I
cool.
was like, I need something to get me through this like 2-hour pain fest.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
All right. Well, we're wrapping up here. I did want to talk about what was the one that I entered the drawing for? Bonnaroo.
yeah.
Dude, that
I'm
Bonnaroo
so-
lineup looked really. Yeah, let me bring that up because Bonnaroo looked really good.
Yeah, Bonnaroo. We were on the verge of going to Bonnaroo a couple years ago, weren't we? We were talking about it at
Yeah,
least.
I've talked about it a lot because it's close enough and they always have really good lineups. Like, dude, like Zed's Dead. I've really gotten into Zed's Dead recently. So the Thursday lineup, and I'm just gonna recap the main people because I don't really know a lot of these like smaller print names. But Zed's Dead really gotten into recently. Liquid Stranger, I've listened to a couple of his songs over the years. Definitely a pretty good one. But then you get to Friday, Kendrick. That would be a dope concert. Grizz, been to one of his shows. You showed up to the last couple minutes of that Grizz
Yeah,
show.
I need to get back to that. I need to see Grizz again.
Grizz is fun. Grizz is a really fun
just
show.
jams on his
I could definitely
saxophone.
enjoy. Yeah, dude, it's dope.
It's
I could
awesome.
definitely enjoy Portugal the Man.
Mhm.
Oh, Grizz and Subtronics are in the same day. They have one or two collaborations I bet they'd play together. Might play a song or show together. Ooh, they got AFI on that Friday. Yeah, AFI is a fun show. Saturday, Odessa, dude. Odessa is such a good show. I love Odessa. I love their music. I've seen them once. So much fun. Louis the Child, I would definitely see. Korn, I feel like I would watch Korn just for like I know a handful of their songs, not enough to go buy a Korn headliner show, but I think that'd be a cool show. Big Wild, definitely fun. Sunday, Foo Fighters, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Foo Fighters would be
That'd
an
be fun.
awesome show. Foo Fighters and Paramore,
Heck
definitely.
yeah. Paramore.
I know we're going to get a lot of hate for not mentioning a lot of the other people that are
Yeah.
showing up.
Hippocampus
to
is
Bonnaroo,
on
but-
Sunday as well, and I know a few of their songs. That'd be an enjoyable show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, did you see Knocked Loose is gonna be at what's the really hippie chick one out in the desert?
At Burning Man,
No, 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 not that one. The other one.
at
Um, Coachella.
oh, Knocked Loose is
Where
gonna be at
everyone wears flower
Coachella.
crowns and kind of just like vibes out to like real gentle, happy music, and then Knocked Loose is gonna be there with their sludgy.
Dude,
That lead singer is gonna do his arf arf, and like the mosh pit's gonna break out, and that poor girl in the middle is gonna be like,
yeah,
what?
dude, that's hilarious. That's so strange. That's it's a very strange pairing.
I saw a meme about it on Twitter, and I was like, there's no way Knocked Loose is at Coachella. Sure enough, but Turnstile's been there. Turnstile's not as heavy as Knocked Loose, but Turnstile's
There's
been there.
still that.
There's that funny picture of like. There's that picture of the Turnstile lead singer stage diving into the Coachella crowd. And there's that little girl in the flower crown right up front, like, help! Like, bracing for the impact. Had no idea that that's the kind of show she was going
That's
to.
hilarious. Oh man,
Dude, it's so good. I can't believe they put Knocked Loose
I
in there.
can't.
That's so funny
That
to me.
yeah, that's man, that's hilarious.
All right, well, we're wrapping up the general, we're wrapping up the episode here. Before we go, I want to know, what's something you've been into? What's been on repeat, or like what's a new release that you've been really into? Like, give me one or two things that you've been kind of
All right.
enjoying recently.
You know what? Here, it's funny. So first of all, when we were talking about what day we were going to record this week, I'm like, you know what? I'll brush up on my music because who knows where this conversation is going to take us. And I listened to, I'm like, I need to know what's popular because I mean, you guys have heard the music we're talking about. Like, yeah, we're talking about Fall Out Boy and their popular music and stuff like that. But, you know, I haven't really met anyone else that knows state champs or Stories So Far, stuff like that. So,
Right.
trying to, I'm like, I got to see what's popular. And so I went to Spotify, looked at what was on the home, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what? TikTok's top music. Let's listen to it.
Jeez. All right.
Because I'm like, all
Oh,
right,
boy.
some of those songs get stuck in my head because I'm not really on TikTok. I go through Instagram, but that's just 2-week-old TikToks. And I'm like, some of those songs get stuck in my head. Let me just say, I now know why just those small snippet of those songs get popular. Because the songs as a whole are so boring and so dumb.
That's the only good part.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oof.
But man, I was actually I was listening to him on let's see here, man, I've got to find him. What was his name? I think Connor Price. Connor Price. I saw him on TikTok/Instagram because he had this album where basically he'd create like a beat and spin the globe and land his finger on somewhere, and whatever country he landed on, he'd invite someone to collab with him. He'd find an artist that would be willing to put up a verse to his music, and those were cool. Connor Price, like those his stuff was okay. I just liked listening to the guys from South Africa and Germany, and I think Sweden was another one. Like those were okay. So I mean, if you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for something unique, that was cool. He's got the whole album called Spin the Globe, where he did it with like 7 or 8 different people. So that was pretty
Okay.
solid. And then a song, I usually go through my Spotify weekly. That's how I find my new music now because none of the bands I like really come out with any music that I like anymore. Like they're all kind of hooray for Fall Out Boy finally coming back with some music. But that's how I kind of find a lot of my music. And there's a band called Mushroom Head, and they have a song called The Heresy. And so
they're at
yeah,
incarceration
that's
this
what
year.
popped in my head. I was like, oh, Mushroom Head. Hey, I've been jamming to their song The Heresy. I don't know. I think it's pretty solid.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, that song, and then another song called Madeline. That song's actually really good too. I know that's in the playlist me and you share.
By Mushroom Head.
No, yeah, The Heresy's in that. I put it in there too. But Madeline by Tickle Me Pink, that's also a very
Oh,
good
okay.
song. So those are the two songs that I've been jamming
Okay.
pretty hard. But
Okay. All right.
they're
All right.
they're kind of similar vibes. I think the Heresy's a little heavier, but what have you been jamming?
So, like, over the last like year or so, I've really kind of been getting into like bluesier, like the kind of rock you'd hear when you go into like a dive bar
Hmm.
and like just want to like have a couple drinks and like chill out. Like not like in a bad mood or anything, just kind of like a real low key, like little bluesy, little rocky. And so like anytime I find a song like that, I click on Spotify and I go to the song radio so that they like play me songs similar to that
Mm-hmm.
song. And I forget which song that I did that to, but it eventually played this band called Mo Lauda and the Humble,
Mo Lauda and the Humble.
and it's like yeah, and they like really just like hit that spot. Like I started playing their songs, and like that like was like pinpoint the exact like vibe that I was looking for. So I've been listening to a lot of them. So I've been getting into a lot of their songs. There's one oh shoot, what's it called? Humble Minds, yeah. Humble or no, Lazy Minds. Lazy Minds by Mo Loud and the Humble.
Hmm.
That's the kind of music that I've been into recently. So
I gotta listen to that.
that's kind of where I've been at for like the last year probably is looking for that general vibe. It's been something that I've been really enjoying.
I don't know how do so when you click on the go to that song's radio though, you usually find good stuff because usually it kind of sucks when I do
Yeah,
that.
sometimes. I mean, usually like yeah, like I've like especially at work, like I have a lot of time by myself at work where I'm just like sitting there like doing one task over and over again with like just focused on this one task, working with my hands, and I just like want something to like occupy my mind while I'm doing this one thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll like there's like specific music that I want to listen to, and so like if a song comes up, I'm like this is a good song for like how I'm feeling right now. I just kind of could zone out to this or something like that. Then I'll click go to song radio and listen to that. So like usually the song radio works pretty effectively, I would
Hmm.
say. And I like I said, I don't remember what song it was that I clicked to get me to this Mo Lauda band, but I'm glad it did. I like it. I think it might have been a Bayside song now that I think
Really?
about it. I don't know,
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
but I
So
like it.
wait, okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Well, I gotta check that out then because I need new styles of music too. I
Yeah, dude. So Durbin, our brother texted me the other day and was, because I sent him a song that I thought he would like. Let me pull this up. I sent him a song that I thought he would like. He's like, yeah, I like that song. I need more rock songs in my playlist because, and then he said, here's some of the songs in my Discover Weekly. Hold up. And I was like, okay. And I sent him a
oh
question
his
mark.
Discover Weekly's bad.
And then, yeah, apparently. And then like an hour later, he's like, well, I want to show you some songs from my Discover Weekly because they were dumb, but I need a second. I'm like, okay. And then he didn't text me the rest of the night. So then the next morning, I was like, all right, well, that's a long second. So I sent him my rock playlist on Spotify. I was like, hey, if you're like trying to find more rock, because we were gaming on after he sent me that text, and he was telling me he wants to get into more rock. So I sent him my like rock playlist on Spotify, and he didn't reply to that. And I was like, dude, you suck at texting.
He is.
But yeah, apparently his Discover Weekly is apparently
It's like he
atrocious.
gets like straight up like Disney songs. Like he'll get like I remember I was taking him home from soccer, and it was like Under the Sea. He got Under the Sea from
Yikes!
Little
Wow,
Mermaid.
what is he listening
I don't
to?
know. It's hilarious. He listens to a lot of AJR. I don't know. Maybe that.
That's probably the problem right there.
No offense,
That's
AJR.
probably the problem.
We
When we drove to Virginia, I let him DJ for a while, and a lot of AJR came up.
mm,
They have one song. I forget what it was, but they had one song that I liked for a while.
they're
But
all right.
yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
It's not bad. It's fine. We don't know Toots,
All
AJR, so
right.
don't be mad at us.
Yeah, we don't know toots
We're
about
just
AJR.
non-toot knowing folks, so you can't be mad at our opinions.
Yeah, the toots are not in our knowledge.
Yeah.
All right, so before we sign off, let's give the folks one song recommendation. Give them one song that they should
No.
listen to.
I
That can be it can be one that you just talked about from a band that we talked about, or it can be just like complete something else. One song to give people.
Yeah, my recommendation's got to be that Madeline by Tickle Me Pink. That's a song that I keep I'll play after I just played it, I'll play it again. Just
Mm-hmm.
cuz and then I'll do that until I hate it and then have to delete it from my playlist. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'd go Madeline.
I like it. I like it. I'll definitely listen to that then. My song is actually gonna have to be "Complicate You" by Thousand Foot Crutch. Believe it or not,
Mm.
a song I didn't know they had. It was like one of their greatest hits
Mhm.
albums from a couple years ago, like 2013 or something like that. And then they threw like one or two new songs in there, and that was one of them.
Nice.
And it came up in one of the song radios, whatever song radio I was listening to that day. And it came up. Very good. I've been jamming that a lot. So "Complicate You" by Thousand Foot Crutch and "Madeline" by Tickle Me Pink. Those are the
The
songs that We Don't Know
the
Toots
big two,
has for the
and
fans.
we know what we're talking about. Not.
Those are some Toots that we
Yeah,
do know.
we've been studying up on those toots as of lately.
There are some Toots that we are familiar with and we feel qualified to speak on. So we're tooting those your way.
All right. Well, thanks for
All right.
listening.
Well, that was a fun first episode. Definitely a little longer than we were aiming for, but I enjoyed
Yeah,
it. I think we covered a lot of good stuff today.
I think so. I think that was good.
All right. And if anyone's still listening, I think we're right now the soft plan is to do these once a month. So maybe recap the month's news and whatnot, or we'll figure it out in the next episode. But
Unless you all are
check
just
in next month and
clamoring for
we'll
more.
try to have one of these. Yeah, let us know if you want more toots, if you want more unknown toots, let us know and we'll do it.
All right.
All right, dude. Thanks for hopping on. That was fun.
Yeah. Thank you. That was awesome.
And we'll see y'all in the next one.
Outro music. Toots toots.
Outro music. Toots, toots, toots.